Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nova Collectibles. Continuing to ramp it up with content, we had the two CGC returns last week, and today we've got another submission going off. So we've had one submission that we submitted a few weeks back, which has been marked off at CGC. This one is all economy books, all Silver Age, barring one or two I think are bronze, fall before 75, so they fall into the economy tier. So we've got 22 books here. A lot to get through, a lot of variety of books. But first off, guys, if you could please smash that thumbs up button to help the algorithm. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. We are really pushing towards that 1,000 subscriber milestone, and I was looking, and 70% of people that watch these videos have not subscribed, so please do hit that button. It takes you 1 second and it means a lot to me. But without further ado, we'll get diving in. As mentioned, these are all going off to CGC. These have not been cleaned and pressed at the request of the customers who submitted them. These are all customers through Nova-collectibles.com. They will be going out this week. Couple of months until they come back is usually what I advise. Obviously, if you saw last week's video, you'll see that the CGC return that we had was crazy quick. It was like a month. Still don't know whether that's a sign of improvement from CGC or whether we just struck gold in that regard. So going on for a couple of months, and then when they come back, you will see them here opened on the channel. We'll go over the grades, we'll go over all sorts of bits. So yeah, please do subscribe so you see that. But we are starting off with a lovely Detective Comics number 400. This is the first appearance of the Man-Bat. You can see him there on the cover. Really gorgeous cover. A lot of spine ticks on the book. A bit of a fold in the bottom corner. A little bit of scuffing at the top. Probably 6570. Unless I've missed something. I haven't gone through the internal pages because I don't want to handle other people's books too much. You know, if they went off to clean and press, then we would have got a big detailed report back, and we would be able to speak a bit more about some of the stuff and what we can expect. But you know, that is just from the front cover. So you know, there was a lot that goes into grading. Make sure you flick through your books. Make sure you know how many pages are there. Make sure you're aware of any tears or things like that that could downgrade it. Moving on. Strange Tales 112. I've got my notes in front of me. This is a Fantastic Four book with Human Torch, obviously featured a lot in the Strange Tales. Against the Living Bomb. Fantastic Four books are always very popular. This is the first appearance of the Eel, I believe. Yeah, you and me both. Don't know too much about the Eels, but that is the first of two Strange Tales books that are going off this month. Both sense copies, which are really nice. The second one's my favourite. Journey into Mystery with 109. This is 4 against Magneto. Now, Magneto, obviously, huge X-Men villain. He's gonna come to the MCU. You can't have the introduction of the X-Men without Magneto. How it all works in will all remains to be seen. But I personally cannot wait to see the likes of Magneto square up against some of the established heroes in the MCU, like Thor, like Hulk, and you know, whoever's still around. You know, if it's Secret Wars, we could see him against Iron Man and Captain America. Who knows? Strange Tales 128. This is the second Strange Tales book in this lot. This is the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver against the Thing and the Human Torch. And Doctor Strange captured by the Demon's Disciple. Really nice book. I've spoken before on the channel, speaking about Tales of Suspense books, which I collect. I love these split covers, you know, when they go down the middle, when they go through half. But you know, you've got the cover there, you've got the detail in the story, bit too much text in my liking on this one, and then you've got the other bit underneath which sort of highlights what else is going on in the book, because back then a lot of the books were split into two stories. First of a couple of Spider-Man books going off this month is Amazing Spider-Man 35. This is a very early issue. I believe this is the second appearance of the Molten Man. I do love the colour with the Molten Man, the Spider-Man logo there, and the green. It really does pop. Interesting to see what this book comes back as. Is that a missing staple? No, the staple is there. You know, they are showing a lot of significant damage and a lot of parts. I've said it before. For me, Silver Age books, if I'm submitting them raw, I'm happy with a 6.0 or above. In some cases, a 5.0 or above. You know, these are old books. Tales to Astonish, number 90. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't show it on the cover because it's one of those books. But Tales to Astonish in this period was Submariner and the Hulk. And the big one in this is the first appearance of the Abomination. We've seen him come back to the MCU in Shang-Chi. He's gonna be appearing in the She-Hulk series. Really, really, really nice book to get going out at this point. You know, it'll come back probably in a few months, probably around the same sort of time that She-Hulk's releasing. So really good timing. And to go along with that one, it is 91, which is the second appearance of Abomination. The difference here is he is on the cover, battling with the Hulk. Very, very nice cover. Very, very nice book. Typical for that sort of age, that sort of cover, the sort of like a gremlin gargoyle type Abomination. But two very, very nice books, and you know, these will probably be sequential graded by CGC, so the numbers will match up, and that will be really, really nice. Big fan of that. Right, Amazing Spider-Man 67. Nothing particularly special about this issue to note, as far as I'm aware. I did do some checking. It's listed at the back as Fine Plus, which I think that is probably about right. You know, Silver Age Spider-Man, again, really, really nice. You can see the John Romita Spider-Man with the webby armpits, just really, really nice. Moving on, I absolutely adore this book. Steranko cover, X-Men 50. The second appearance of Polaris. The first one is X-Men 49, but this one is the book that many people go for because, I mean, just look at it. It is a great cover. I love the cover. I love the colours. It's the first time we get that X-Men logo looking like that. Really, really gorgeous book. I've wanted to pick up one of these for a while, and I still will do, and it will go in the personal collection at some point down the line. Gorgeous, gorgeous book. One of my favourite comic covers ever. A bit more of a modern Spider-Man now. We've got two books that are, well, not modern, but out of the 60s. I believe these are both early 1970s. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 135. This is the second appearance of the Punisher. First appears in Amazing Spider-Man 129, a book that is astronomical in value. This one a lot more affordable, very, very nice. I really like this cover as well, with the big tarantula, separating the panels, separating the characters, separating the likes of Mary Jane and John Jonah Jameson and Punisher at the bottom, Spider-Man in the middle. Really, really nice. And then Amazing Spider-Man 124. This is the first appearance of John Jameson as Man-Wolf. As you can see, Jonah Jameson there saying, "It's my son," Man-Wolf there. Again, very, very nice book. Could Man-Wolf come into the MCU? I wouldn't be too surprised. We're getting Blade, we've seen Moon Knight, we've seen Black Knight. We're gonna get all sorts of that, like those mystical sort of horror-y sort of characters coming to the MCU. Man-Wolf, very popular character, so it'd be very, very interesting to see whether that comes about. Right, Batman. We saw Batman. We saw Detective Comics 400. This is Batman 200. Another classic cover, the 200th anniversary edition. The background here, if you're not aware, features some classic covers from previous issues, including the Detective Comics. Batman #1. Batman 44, see what other ones we can see labelled, number 31, really, really nice cover. This features a one-page, a reprint of the first page of Detective Comics 27, which is the first Batman appearance. Really, really nice cover. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that goes off at. Now we've got a little bit of a broken run. We have got Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 4. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 6. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 7. And Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos number 9. This one hit the cover with the swastika there. Not a series I'm too familiar with, in all honesty. I should probably do some reading on it. Wasn't too much that I looked at to notice, but it's a good nice run. Not going to be fully sequential in terms of grading, because you're missing 5 and 8, which would pain me personally, but really nice chunk of Silver Age books. Very, very nice. Like you saw earlier with the crossover book of 4 and Magneto, this is a similar sort of tune. Another one that will be coming to the MCU. Avengers 25 against Doctor Doom. This is a brilliant cover. Guest appearance from the Fantastic Four. Really, really nice cover. Really, really pops. I love that. I love that cover with Captain America, Hawkeye, Magneto, Scarlet Witch, and then Doctor Doom stood at the front, towering over them, I should say. Really, really, really nice book. Captain Savage and his Leatherneck Rangers number 1. Now this is another book that I don't know too much about. Power Packed premiere issue. Very, very nice. This is a really decent copy for the age, to be honest. I mean, the corners showing a bit of wear. Spine, not too many spine ticks, but a decent copy. Getting into the final batch of books now. We've got one last Marvel book and then 3 DC books. The Marvel book, big fat one. It is Silver Surfer number 5, 1969. Appearance of Fantastic Four, Galactus mentioned. This Silver Surfer run is so popular. Obviously, number 1, great cover. Number 3, I believe, with 4 is a absolutely gorgeous cover. Really, really popular series. It's a really, really nice book. And now off to Justice League. We have got number 12. This is the first appearance of Dr. Light, I believe. You can see him down there. I actually didn't note down this, but again, really, really nice cover. Again, I like the split, the characters working off the light. You've got Green Arrow, Flash, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. Really, really nice cover. Silver Age Justice League of America. And if that didn't take your fancy, then how about another one? 1962, this one. Very, very old book. Very, very nice. Pretty decent condition. The front and centre, there's absolutely no muck on the middle. It is so presentable. And lastly, I love this cover. Justice League number 7, the Funhouse mirror cover. You can see it there. Squash Green Arrow, Thin Green Lantern, Fat Wonder Woman, and then a big egghead of the Flash. Really, really fun cover. It's actually one of the first graded books I ever picked up for the website back in the day. About a year ago. We are rapidly approaching the 1-year anniversary of the website. So yes, that's the lot. They'll be packed and they're off. They're off to CGC. You'll see them here when they come back. Please do subscribe so you do see that. Please do give us a comment. What's your favourite book in that bunch? Mine has to be X-Men 50. There was no competition. As soon as I knew that X-Men 50 was going out in this batch, it was by far and away my favourite book. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. If you do want to submit your books, then please head to Venova-Collectibles.com. Got a lot of graded stock in there, including that bad boy and a couple of the others that you can see behind me. Rotate around quite a bit. One's at the top are sort of, that's up for sale, but it's personal collection. That one is not. But yeah, take a look. Please do hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button, and I will see you all next time.